So there's been a lot of days where I feel like I'm falling behind. Like I'm doing everything right, but nothing's actually changing. And that messes with you because you start thinking, what am I doing wrong? And it's hard to believe that I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just going through the steps like any normal person would. I'm definitely no guru. I don't have everything figured out. But there's a few things that I've learned along the way to help me get through it. So to catch you up real quick, I am currently unemployed. I have gained 20 pounds or so in the past year. I've got debt, credit card, auto loan, student loan, you name it. I still don't own a house and I'm 28 years old in Texas. And when you stack all of that together, it's really easy to feel like you're falling behind in life. But I started realizing something. This isn't the first time that I felt like this. And I won't bore you with all the details, but as a rough recap, I have gone through so many ups, so many downs. I've been through a bunch of different jobs, a bunch of different phases, times where I was doing extremely well, and times where I felt completely lost. And I think it's safe to say that a lot of us have been through some form of depression, self-doubt, not having any belief in yourself, letting that devil on your left shoulder, your right shoulder, talk you into doing the wrong thing or talk you into not doing the thing that you've been wanting to do for your whole life, or for however long you've been wanting to do it. And I definitely understand. Life is not an easy game to play. And if I were to summarize my whole life into a simple analogy, I feel like I've been a rubber band my entire life, where I'll be moving forward in one part of my life only to snap back. And then I pick it back up again, start moving forward again to do the same thing over and over again. And it's almost like a never-ending cycle, a loop that happens on repeat. And every time I fall back, it feels like I lose all of my progress. Like everything that I worked for just disappeared. But life has always felt like a roller coaster to me. And for whatever reason, as soon as I'm in that tip of the roller coaster ride where you're so excited, you're so high, you're so filled with so many emotions of success and pride and whatever it is you feel in that moment, I can think back on so many parts of my life where I am living at the high of my life, where I've lost all the weight that I wanted to lose, where I have been very successful in my sales career. And at the same time, like I can also remember the times where I stopped being consistent, when I started to stagnate and not do the things that I knew were good for me. And before I knew it, that roller coaster ride just took a massive dip and my life went along with it. And I just let it happen. And I let myself believe that I wouldn't be able to start over again, that I wouldn't be able to reach that peak of my life again, as if my glory days are over and I'm only 28. I'm sure some of you can relate to that, but I've come to find out that that's just not true. That's just a story that you're telling yourself because of where you are right now. I've been there, I've done it too. So I know it's real, and I know that voice in your head is very overwhelming at times. But what I'm starting to realize, it's okay to be where you are right now, because nobody actually has life figured out. All these people that you see on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, movies, cinema, whatever, they all have their own monotonous habits that they consistently do every day to be where they're at. And sure, some of them may be at a different level than we are right now, but that doesn't mean that we can't achieve that in our own life, in our own endeavors. Our success may look completely different than their success, but I can promise you that they have also lived with self-doubt. They have also felt that feeling that you feel as though they're not good enough. Matthew McConaughey said it in one of his best speeches, where his hero, his idol that he tries to be, is himself 10 years from now. And then 10 years later, when he revisits that version of himself, his hero is still himself 10 years from there. So he never gets to be that person. He's always feeling like he's behind, like he's not good enough, like he's not there. But he thinks about it differently than you and I might in those depressing moments. He thinks about it as something to strive for, something to work towards, something to actually live for. And again, we may not have the successes that these guys have. That doesn't mean that they're not achievable in our own life, in our own perspective. Hey, really quick, if anything that I said so far has connected with you, hit the subscribe button. I promise you, you won't regret it. The videos are only gonna get better, and I'm only gonna continue to provide as much value as I can for you guys, because that's the kind of creator I wanna become. Thanks. And you don't need to fix your life overnight. You just need to start again and be willing to believe in yourself again, and be willing to know that you can be that person that you say you want to be. It just takes one step forward. Just like me doing my walks every day. It's one step forward that I take. Even this video right now is something that I completely created while I was taking my daily walk. It wasn't some crazy breakthrough. It was just me thinking about how I could provide value to you guys, and thinking about what I can say that actually makes sense, because that's my version of moving forward. That's my version of becoming a creator. That's my version of hopefully learning the skills enough to not need a job in the future. I made this entire video because I wanted to find out what I can do to move myself forward. I'm tired of feeling like I'm behind. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not gonna do better for myself because of X, Y, and Z, whatever story that I tell myself. I understand that right now, because of my unemployment, that I have more time than others, but that doesn't mean that you still can't make an effort yourself. If I were to do this again, knowing what I know now, I would start with the belief in myself that I can do this and I will do this. And then I would make 1 hour to 2 hours a day of dedicated effort onto doing this and building systems that will help me make that goal happen. So you just need to start again and take one step forward, like I know you can, because I believe in you. And the only question here now is, do you believe in yourself? So yeah, all that to say, I definitely don't have everything figured out, but I know that I'm not the same person I was a few weeks ago. And that's something that I can be proud of. Hopefully you can find something that you can be proud of yourself on as well. So if you got anything at all out of this video, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe. It would mean the world. Until next time, peace.